Welcome back to News USA. We're going to be taking a look at the polling maps and doing a quick update on those. We are looking at the electoral map right now that is on 270towin.com. That's the polling maps that we like to use. This is the electoral map, and not too much has changed since the last time that we took a look at these polls. Texas is still leaning to the right. We still have the battleground states over here: North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Ohio, Iowa, and the other states that are comfortable or at least likely to lean to their respective parties. Now, the poll that we like to use, or the map that we like to use is actually the polling map. Now, this one is based off of current polling, and it's updated roughly 3 times daily. If you take a look here at the numbers, Biden is still leading comfortably with 259 versus Trump's 125. Now, something that's very interesting that I wanted to take a look at is a story that came out recently, and it comes from Joe Biden's campaign manager, who warns that Donald Trump can still win the election. Jen Dillon is her name. She is the Joe Biden campaign director, and she had a little bit to say about this, so let's take a look at it. Joe Biden's campaign manager has warned supporters against complacency, adding President Trump can still win this race, and that recent national polls showing the candidate leading by double digits are inflated. Let's take a look at what else she said here. We cannot become complacent because the very searing truth is that Donald Trump can still win this race, Dillon wrote, and every indication we have shows that this thing is going to come down to the wire. Now, this is very interesting coming from the Biden campaign, that they would put something out like this. Is this true, or is this something that they're doing just to stoke the fire and kind of keep the voters engaged? And anyone who's still on the fence, they want to go ahead and kind of push them over the edge if they are leaning towards voting Donald Trump out of office and voting Mr. Biden in. We don't know, but I do think that it's interesting, given that in the past, especially on his last couple of town halls and campaign rallies, President Trump has put out there the same information, that he believes that the polling information is inflated in favor of the Democratic Party. So it's very interesting that it's coming from them. Now, this could be true. There could be some truth, but it could be just campaign strategy just to try to get voters to get out there and vote and get out there to, pick which party that they want to be in, especially if they're leaning towards Joe Biden's campaign. They may want their voters to not get lackadaisical because they're seeing all of these polls that are saying that, hey, we're winning across the board. They don't want them to go to sleep and, not come out and vote. So it's very interesting. Let's take another look back at the poll. Again, Biden 259, Trump 125, and these are based off of polls. Maine is still split. Nebraska is still split. Arizona is showing battleground. Texas, Iowa, Ohio, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida pretty much the same. Over on the electoral map, it shows which these 2 states are leaning. Arizona is leaning left, Texas is leaning right. But I just thought it was very interesting and something that was worth pointing out, that the Biden campaign has released that statement or put that information out there, that it's very possible that Trump still has the capability of winning this race. So a very interesting race indeed, and it's going to come down to the actual voters and what they decide. It's going to be one to watch, and we'll be here watching it. Stay tuned to News USA.